Janelle James, come on out. She needed to make an entrance, I think. Hey, girl. I see. Yeah, I
thought I told you I was wearing.
I mean, red's
a red suit.
It's my color.
But red is my color.
It's my show. I mean, we could just, she's gonna change. Hi Queens, welcome back to Style Unlocked, where I sit down with our stylish faves, talk through their personal style journey, rate some celebrity looks, and play some fashion trivia. I hope these conversations help you unlock your personal style. Our next guest can easily be dubbed as the most stylish principal on TV. From doing stand-up comedy and touring with comedians such as Chris Rock and Amy Schumer, to being named as Variety's 10 comics to watch, and making her big debut on TV screens across the country, Janelle's star continues to rise and shine. Her classic style and covert love for fashion makes her the perfect season finale guest for Style Unlocked. Okay, let's try this again. Welcome, my guest, the most fabulous principal on TV, Janelle James. Come on in here. This is much.
Now that's more like it. All right.
much better. Love this look. Tell us what you're wearing. Let's get into your
what am I
new
wearing?
outfit.
Because she be trying to copy.
Yeah. Okay. You put this together.
I did.
I thought this was her stylist.
She thought.
I congratulated him, and she said, no. Put some respect on my name. So
exactly.
That's
what am I wearing? Oh, this is Frankie Shop, one of my favorite places.
One of my favorite color combos.
Yeah, the whole conversation about baby blue and how it's unexpected, unsung color. You know, people forget about it.
You gonna let
them
them
thinking babies, but it's growing black women today. And then I think the skirt is ALC.
That's a good brand. And the boots.
Chloe boots.
Chloe. Wow. Those are
like QVC. And if you call right now,
we will link them below. Just give us a call. Okay, we're gonna get right into it. We already did your intro. So we're gonna get into your passion for fashion because I know you have it. So a little, I feel like, unknown fun fact that we talked about and you think is hilarious is that you went to fashion school.
Yeah.
And you went for a little minute. But the point is that the passion was there.
Yes.
So what made you go, and then
how was that experience? And this is even more funny. What made me interested in fashion truly was I was maybe 12 and I saw Who's That Girl with Madonna.
Oh, yeah.
And I just remember her
Madonna movies back then.
Come on, Madonna back then, period. People forget.
Yeah.
Put some respect on her name. But I just remember she had on that leather, that all black ensemble, and which we know always sounds boring. Oh, all black, but it was just like the leather, the hair bow, her jumpsuit, and she's just walking around New York. At that time, I was in the Virgin Islands. That's where I'm from, and I just remember watching that and being like, I'm gonna live in New York. I'm gonna dress like that. I love, I'm gonna be Madonna, basically. Basically,
easy enough.
And then that just my stepmother used to sew. She used to sew all our outfits, and my mom sewed. I had an aunt that sewed. I subsequently learned how to, so I can make anything.
She's a woman of many talents.
Renaissance. And so yeah, I've just always loved. My dad is a dandy. You know, my mom. My mom said, they on and off relationship, my mom and dad, and she said the first time and a couple times that they broke up was because he took too long to get ready.
Wow.
She was tired of sitting on the bed waiting, which is a flip. But my dad is he loves clothes.
So fashion was your surrounding.
Yeah, just all the time.
And you said, I'm gonna go to New York and be Madonna.
He always had a camera. I was always posing and so I was like, New York is it. And I got into FIT, and then I got there and I said, oh, this is expensive.
Yeah.
Not just the school, but the city, the living of the city. And this was the time right after Project Runway.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna start my own fashion line, and then I was like, oh, how do you do that? Oh, you need money for that. And seeing other people having their lines, and then finding out their dad is Ralph Lauren. That whole rude awakening. So I didn't last long in FIC, but then I worked all around fashion. I interned in magazines, paper magazine, and my first day in style was 9/11, so that didn't work out either. But I was in there. I did get in the closet anyway, and And then I went to fashion PR. So we used to do at this time, like all of the fashion designers were doing those big coffee table books.
Yeah.
So we would throw the parties for that. So I still got to be.
Which is such a fun way to be in fashion.
Exactly.
That's like people kind of sleep on.
Sneaking
like
into
doing PR for fashion houses or brands.
Everyone's mean, but other than that.
I've met a few nice ones, but I've met a lot of mean. People just take it very serious.
Yeah.
Like, why are you being mean to me? You invited me.
And that's a good thing about getting older. I take everything less seriously now. Yeah. But I do remember that, like sneaking into the fashion shows with a clipboard. I don't know if you can do that anymore. You just wear all black, a clipboard, look official, and then you stand in the back. Now. Yeah. You said what?
They be ready to stop you now.
Yeah. So it's a whole thing now. But yeah, that was my.
That was her introduction into the fashion world. But she kind of told me the story when we first met at a fashion show in New York.
Yes,
I was like,
so excited to meet her.
We were just in line, and I was like, oh my God, that's so
following you for a minute. I met you and a couple other ladies that I follow who were not as nice as Janelle. Oh. So anyway. I'm excited to meet you all. Excited for all the girls and everything you're doing. I'll be cheesing. I love it.
Thank you. She's
I'm proud of you.
Proud of you. We're basically sisters now, obviously. Yeah. We didn't even talk about the short hair.
Oh yeah.
We'll get to it because you got a lot to say.
Let's get underneath the wig.
We'll get to the short hair.
Okay,
that's a part of your evolution.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that. Okay. So next up, do you still feel like you have the passion for fashion from your very, early...
But in a different way.
Yes, talk about it.
I think, as... I talked about the disillusionment about the fashion industry as a whole. And then, as your money changes...
It helps.
That helps, and you get even more into it. But now, especially knowing how things are made and crafted and stuff, it's always helped me as far as like buying clothing. And so even though if you're spending money and you see a shirt and you're like, this is 2 pattern pieces and a ruffle, why would I pay?
Yeah, you have a lot of
like, I can make that. I know I ain't gonna make it, but
you can.
But I know I can, and it shouldn't cost this much or this fabrication. So it's always good to, and I think the young girls are getting into that now where they're learning like clothing construction, fabric. Everybody's moving away from like polyester and that whole thing. So that's great. And so that's definitely been a thing for me, just getting more pieces that I love and will last. I'm not 20 anymore. My body is different. I'm on TV.
That's a lot.
And and the pressures that come with that as far as like looking good all the time, which I always thought I did, and then the gays dragged me. But I always thought I looked good.
But it's just different expectations.
There's a gay over there. He's laughing, and it's a different
The expectations are through the roof.
Yeah, so
and it's 24/7.
Yeah, I had to deal with the expectation, and then deal with like letting that go. Like, why do I care?
Yeah,
So it's been a whole thing, especially with the famous thing.
We're gonna get to that too. She has so many thoughts on everything. Okay, how has your style evolved and changed, which you kind of just touched on, with fame, with being perceived constantly, and just being a woman that's not in her 20s?
That all goes with that'll fold into the short hair. So I have this role on this show, which is part of the reason I love this. She's so fabulous. I was like, oh, this woman is fabulous. Like, and as the seasons go on, I become even more and more fabulous. And it's like a dream job to get glam mail every day. I have a new wig every week, and that all sounds amazing, but now I'm exhausted, And so I've been trying, and also it's hard when you're like in character for a long time to remember who you are, so that's been my recent goal, and that's part of the hair. It's just I wear a wig every day, and so I had longer hair. Oh, let me go back. Not only do I wear a wig every day, I now live in Los Angeles. I moved there from New York. There's no hairstylist out there. I ain't the first to say it.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to find someone who does not wigs.
I was gonna say actual hair.
Actual hair.
Yeah.
And the ones that do it, they do it with an attitude. You know what I mean? They mad about it. So
you don't
it's
even
been
want to be here.
hard to find somebody who will just do my hair, and so I can, be myself outside of the wig. And so I was wearing the wig on the show, and then I go home, I go out with my man, I put on another wig. It just got exhausting, So my goal is to
So you said free me.
Free me, not only of the wig, but of the accoutrements of always being on.
It's so interesting, like, to really want to step outside of the character.
Yes.
Like, I didn't realize how much that can consume
Yes.
you.
Also realize with the wig, I kind of stay in character.
Yeah.
Because people come up, they're like, oh, you look just like her. That is you.
Yeah.
Do that thing.
And I was going to say, and then the expectation. Yeah, the expectation.
I don't have that much energy.
Not today.
Yeah.
But now it's like, it gives like, oh, I think I know her from that show, but you're clearly not.
By the time they figure it out, I'm on the move, baby. In the car.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Catch me if you can. But yeah, so and also she's a school principal. That's not my style. I haven't been in a business meeting in 20 a business meeting where I felt like I had to wear a suit.
Yeah.
That's knock on wood. That was always my goal, to get out of that stuffy.
Corporate. Yeah.
Like I would. No, that's not my vibe. And so to have a gig where I don't have to do that, but she's a unconventional school principal, so she's very stylish, but she's still, you gotta keep it
still a
clean around
box
the
that you
kids.
have to
And so
stay in.
it's like, okay, this is a great style, but it's not my style.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's been a journey to remember who I was, who I am. I say was because this show started during the pandemic.
Yeah.
We started shooting right after the pandemic. I had gained like however many pounds in Cheez-Its, and I had a new body. I had this new experience. I was just like, how do I dress? Who am I?
Yeah.
And so
it was easy to just fall into the character.
Exactly.
And now you're like,
her stuff.
Pulling it.
Yeah.
This'll do. And now you're
Medilyn
like,
sweater dresses, which, I be pulling. And it's also hard. And I think you have the same thing where kind of everything looks good on us.
Yeah. Tough life.
So it's hard to figure out which one you're gonna go with, and also remembering you don't have to choose. You can do all the things.
And then you said pixie me. How was that not a scary decision?
I said, take it off.
Because people always ask me, and for me, I did it during quarantine. So it was kind of like I also didn't have to go anywhere. So I could get acclimated. I could figure it out. Like I was literally just like cutting my hair a little bit every time I watched
I bought wigs during quarantine watching your, and so I had the opposite. And I started wigs during the pandemic because I was in the house and I was doing a writing job. And so we were on Zoom every day. And, as you saw, I love bits. And so I started buying wigs, and I would show up on the Zoom every day as a different person. And so now I have I don't even want to say, I'm going to have a sale one day, maybe like 80 wigs.
That's crazy.
And then I get this job where I wear a wig all the time, and so it just became the thing. And like I said, it's just like so much work and not feeling like yourself. So I actually shaved my head last year.
I think I did see it.
Yes, I was on the cover of Vanity Fair.
Yes, we'll pop it up.
With my bald head, and the problem with not being yourself is nobody know who I was. I feel like that didn't hit.
I literally saw it because we were doing research for the show, and I was like, how did I miss this?
And I saw people in the comments like, this woman is so pretty. Who is that? And then they're like, it's the principal from Abbott Elementary. And it's just like, no, it's not. She has wigs on, No. Yeah, and so I had my bald head, but I never revealed it. But that was also my safe space to be in the street, and nobody, until that I speak or laugh, knew who I was. But now I'm like getting acclimated to the hair and also just being famous. Yeah, it's been a journey.
I can't imagine. I always would say I'd never aspire to fame. It just seems so scary.
Never chased it, but I knew it was coming for me.
I was gonna say if it's meant to be, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But at least, I don't know, people that strive for fame, I don't know.
They're crazy. They're crazy, or they don't know what it really
comes
means.
with. Yeah.
But if you know what it comes with and that's what you want, I always feel like I should stay away from you.
Yeah.
Because those people will do anything for it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Okay, now it's time to get into your closets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you ready?
It's a mess currently. And I love you. Please.
Thank you.
Oh, jealous.
It's my dream. It's my safe space.
I love it.
It's my firstborn.
I love it.
Okay, tell us the most worn item in your closet.
Ooh, is not very glamorous. It's like a cotton jumpsuit that I got from Anna Other Stories.
Mm-hmm.
You pull it on, you look together, it's so comfy. That's my like tool around outfit. Another thing that comes with age, I'm trying to be comfortable.
Period.
I know I got a tiny mini skirt on right now, but it is very comfortable. I'm talking about
Like, I don't like anything
tight.
especially around my waist. Please.
I don't
Because I'm
want
gonna get my mini skirt to size up.
itchy
So it's
nothing.
gonna be comfortable.
I don't want anything that's not soft touching me. Like
Yeah.
it gotta be silky,
I agree.
soothing. I just want to be comfortable, but also fashionable. So that's my most worn item. I do a lot of events now, so I don't even have like a most worn anyway. I'm changing all the time, which is on the go.
She's on the go.
But I do rewear my outfits. I am
And we
a
love
rewear repeat advocate because that's wild.
And you know all about cost per wear. She's a listen,
These
she
boots, get into them. Get ready to see them all.
I can't wait.
Come on.
That's like the hottest boot of the season. And this is why she's here, people. Okay, what was your first luxury purchase? Do you remember?
My first luxury purchase wasn't clothing.
What was it?
It was pajamas, silk pajamas.
She's such a lady of leisure.
I'm a Libra. I just want to lay down. Okay. You know what I mean? I just want to lay down.
What kind of pajamas were
Look,
these?
pretty full silk pajamas with the silk robe.
Wow.
And then like some real nice slippers. That was my first. And I think it was like $500.
That is a huge investment.
And you slide in the bed. I also bought really good sheets. Like that was my first.
You know what? This lady really knows what's going on. Mine was a bag.
I'm thinking about bags and stuff. You know, men buy me things. And so usually I ain't got to shell out.
So yeah, pajamas it is.
Yeah, I drop a hint and I get, so my purchase, my best luxury gift.
Yeah.
I remember some ostrich boots. I think they were $6,000.
You know, some people are really living right.
It's an ostrich. Okay, it should be expensive. But yes, these ostrich boots, knee high. And I remember walking around with those. I lost them in the back of my cab. Moment of silence. I lost them in the back of my cab, but I remember those boots. This was my, when I first got to New York and the guy I was dating bought me those, and men, women on the train, and boots. And that's the power of fashion. Like you just,
That's a good one. Okay, we have to add that to the interviews going forward. That's a good one. Best gift I've received. Yes, I love that. What's your favorite airport travel outfit?
Ooh, I've learned a lot.
Because you gotta look good now.
I've learned a lot from you about that. I mean, I'm usually the fancy sweatsuit. You know, I just got these Chloe, like clog with the fur. Clog with the fur. And then like a fly jacket. Like I really do think it's important to look nice at the airport. I always run into somebody that I would be embarrassed if they saw me how I really want to look.
Yeah. And then after you see them, you're like, thank God, I just put a little effort.
And so just making the effort to just like look nice, to iron. I think that's a thing that has passed the young generation by.
And lint roll.
They got so many. They got the little flat iron. It makes such a difference even if you're not wearing fancy things.
It makes less expensive things look so expensive.
Break out the iron again, people. But yeah, that's my airport outfit.
What's your go-to fragrance?
Ooh.
Are you a fragrance person?
I am, but not so much where it's like, oh, the Baccarat and all of that. I don't follow.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm not like a fragrance type of person. Like I don't know the.
Whereas
I just want to smell good.
I'm more likely to be influenced by clothing or shoes. Fragrance for me is so like personal. And so right now I'm wearing, I like unisex. The Tom Ford, what is that? The black bottle, God, what is it? That's usually what I buy. No, I think it's very unisex. It smells almost like cologne.
Come on, give it to us.
Vanilla Fatale. It's in a black bottle, whatever that is with the columns in it.
She's gonna tell me.
It might be a cologne. I like smelling where it's like, oh, you smell nice, but also get away from me.
Yeah. I like a warm, rich, very like this could go either way.
Where men are like, oh, you smell good, but you may have hugged a man. Because they only respect other men. Also like when aroma for like dates. Is that who is that? Valentino. Yeah. Just stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not a fragrance snob. It's all what smells good on one other person. You put it on, don't smell the same on you.
What is a purchase you made this year that you regret?
Ooh, so many.
Oh,
That's been a part of my journey too, is like
trial and error.
Trial and error. Not going with my first thought, you know, you get off, I don't want to say get off the internet because that's where y'all are watching it, but you know.
This is different though.
This is different, but like not to be influenced.
Yeah.
You know, I take a gummy, I'm in the bed, and it's so easy to just buy. I know
Don't let them have Apple Pay, Lord.
I know I ain't got time to return nothing. Now it's in my house, you know. I can't sell anything. People can't come to the Janelle house to pick up like weirdos. It's just, I'm just stuck. So my worst marketplace. Ooh, I think it was a Gucci. Oh, it was a Gucci bag. Which one was it? A new one? The long with the clasp in the front.
I'll put it up.
I think I saw Rihanna with it.
That'll do it. That'll do it. And she got your ass.
Stepping out of a restaurant.
And you
I said, damn, I want to be like her. I ain't Rihanna. Because that bag ain't been worn more than twice. I think it was like $3,500. Looking at me every day. I'm like, what can I put it? I pull it down. It's not my style.
Yeah.
It's not my style.
Yeah, I
regret it.
Handbags can do that to you.
Yeah.
Because you can like it, but it just actually doesn't work with your lifestyle.
Yeah, that's why I'm buying. Gift me.
What's one thing that's on your wish list since, you know, she's the queen of getting the gifts?
This is a recent. I love these when I saw them.
They're so good.
The purple, I like all of them. I love a high boot.
So another
Mary. And influenced by Mary. On my wish list, I love, I hate to say it, but the roll, they had that bag.
The Margot.
The Margot,
Yeah.
I would love.
That's one of those things that I haven't bought just because everyone talks about it, but it is a nice bag. Every time I see it, I'm like, that looks really good.
And it's very nondescript. That's what I'm moving into, you know, just like, oh, this is a bag that I can wear every time. It looks so
The leather looks beautiful.
The leather looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I have it forever. It doesn't have a bunch of hardware, but I haven't pulled the trigger yet. Waiting for mine.
You heard her. Tell a friend to tell a friend
to buy it for me. But
yes, one thing on her wish list.
That's on my wish list. Trying to build up my everyday jewelry.
Same.
I want to be a stack necklace broad, and I stack them.
But
I'm
it's
like, this is too much.
It's very intimidating. Jewelry for me, just because it's expensive and it's
expensive.
Like
that's not a mistake.
I want to be sure.
Exactly. And I want, I stack it. The stack ain't stacking. I'm like, I just look like I got trinkets on. But some people it looks so
expensive trinkets.
Yeah, some people it looks so
effortless
and like clip. Even the clip-in, I'm annoyed, but I want the look. So help me, Janae.
I'm gonna work on this. Well, now it's time for a game, and we made this game just for you. Okay. It's called Rank the Look.
Okay.
And you're gonna rank Ava's looks.
Word.
Are you ready? Okay. So we got a little board down here.
No.
No, you're gonna put them in order.
Oh, okay.
So I have 8 looks for you to choose from, and these are just our personal favorites.
Okay.
And then I want you to rank your top 5.
Okay. I do want to say I have a lot of hand in what Ava's wearing. That's another cool thing about this.
I heard.
Yeah. I get a rack of clothing.
And you choose. You say she would wear this.
I put it together because one thing about me, the body gonna fluctuate. And so
you're like, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah. I am lucky enough that I have a wonderful costume designer who understands that, and they let me choose according to how I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's all fabulous, but I know my body, and that's what comes with,
and you have to feel your best.
Your style, you have to feel your best, because Ava is that bitch. And if I ain't
giving it,
if I ain't
you gotta
walking
feel
the halls, and so
especially with your character,
exactly,
like, you have to be feeling like
I
that.
have a whole accessory wall. I get my outfit together. Every day I get to choose all the accessories. Ava got her everyday set. I don't.
She's ahead of the game.
She got her necklace and belt game together.
She
but
does.
Yeah.
Accessories. Okay, so here's your pictures. So there's your 8. So you go through them, and they're gonna see it on the screen. So that's just for you.
Season 1.
She has some looks. This one was you in this baby blue.
Come on, number 1.
That really is that's your number 1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that with the belt.
Body, she wasn't bloated that day, baby. And
like everything was just really, really serving.
Yes, okay. Ooh, I love a red.
Yeah.
But this blue with the zip.
The jewelry on that one.
Body. That vertical zipper, ladies.
Well, elongate me, please.
Come on now.
Don't go this way.
All these things you learn as you go. Ooh, the pants was cute.
I was gonna say those printed pants are very cute.
Ava don't do many pants.
She doesn't.
This was
okay.
I'm a tall lady. it's hard for pants.
Yeah,
You know,
okay, that
and
makes
so, but this
With the dress.
season, Janine is being more fashionable. I don't know if people have noticed. She's been wearing the sweater dresses and stuff like that. So I've been varying towards picking more pants just so we could differentiate ourselves. And I think it also goes with the whole storyline of her becoming more professional and never boring, but professional. And so I've been doing more pants looks. I love a red. I
you
love
look
this
so good in
chain
red.
belt. Come on now.
You know, we look good in
and then
red. Okay.
So here's my
Okay.
top 5.
All right. We'll see it. We'll see
Hopefully
it.
you agree.
Okay, what-
This is
what-
season 1. So you see how I looked in season 1. I feel like I look like a totally different person. This is straight out of pandemic. Straight out the pandemic.
Yeah.
Not one sit-up was had the whole time. And so not bad, but just not feeling like myself.
That part.
And being
I feel like we all went through that. during the
willing
pandemic.
to be dressed like this. This is
Yeah.
before I started.
You would have been like,
sticking up.
no.
Why you cutting my waist off
So,
like that? Like,
no.
I would've
So what
been
we're not
like,
gonna do-
no, this
Yeah.
ain't it. So yeah, this is me not being myself. Classic Ava wrap dress.
Yeah.
This is definitely dressing for your figure.
Yeah.
This,
During the quarantine, I had that wrap dress.
yeah. So
It was so soft. That's Jonathan Simon, I think.
flattering.
But then once the quarantine was over, I was like,
That's not me.
don't-
Exactly. Same.
but when you're just sitting around and then you got to do a little something.
I fling them aside now. That's not me. And then this on the hanger.
Yeah.
This is my first scene. I'm meeting my new potential love interest, and I was like, "Oh, this color."
Yeah.
But now, then when I see it on me,
You like, girl.
I'm not doing it. Waist too high. Again, not dressing with my figure. I am a classic. What's it? Hourglass.
Yeah.
Got to hit that waist, or else
Yeah.
you're gonna look
Yeah.
circular.
Especially with the chest.
It's the chest.
It's so, I dress
It's
around
the
my
chest.
chest so often, like
Yeah.
people don't understand. Someone
Yes.
was just like, I always talk about necklines.
Yes.
Somebody's like, well, why do you need that neckline for short hair?
I
I'm
need
like,
it.
it's not just the short hair. It's the combo of a large
It all
chest
melds into
and the
each
short
other
hair.
if you don't.
I'm just
do it
going to
right.
be
yes.
looking like a tent.
What you having? Exactly.
Okay, so the number one is my personal favorite, the
Yes.
baby blue with the chain belt.
And I remember,
It's
so I
giving
got
everything.
the blue, I put it on. I was like, oh, this is surprisingly great because I don't usually wear baby blue.
Yeah.
Now
But
I
it's
do.
hard to find good baby
I
blue
was
stuff
like,
like you
ooh.
said.
I also was thinking it wasn't good for my complexion. I was
And
like,
it
this
is.
is more like a blonde color for like a icy
Because you have
blonde.
a neutral undertone. It literally makes a light around
I don't know
your
why I
face.
look so smug about that, but it's true because I can wear anything. When you have the neutral, you could do gold,
I
silver,
know,
baby
I
blue.
know.
And so I was like, is this, I see the chain and the belt is matching. And I was like, that's kind of Bama. That's kind of Bama, but ain't kind of a Bama. She is.
Yeah.
She a little auntie. It is Philly,
Yeah.
but it looks fashionable
It does.
on her.
It does.
'cause she's a school principal. I would never do a matching.
Yeah. But in
Necklace
this setting,
and-
this is giving everything.
Exactly.
Polka dots.
The polka dots.
The leather
first
skirt
season,
is-
loved it. Ava loves a leather skirt. I love a leather anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that was eaten.
And then this cobalt blue.
Come
also
on.
another great color.
I walked out the school and that it was like the first scene. I was like,
She's gagged
are they
herself.
ready for this on ABC? I don't know.
They better get ready.
Yeah, I loved it. And you can always tell when I'm feeling myself. And
Yeah.
I definitely stepped out in that. And
That's
again,
how
that vertical
important fashion is.
zipper, like I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
And then the pants, adorable.
The pants, yeah, that was a great.
Chic, comfy.
Yeah, and I was doing a group scene.
Yeah.
And I think about all these things. I'm like, I'm doing a group scene. How do I stand out? So a print,
I
the pants. I know I was doing an entrance, walk, all rise. And so, yeah.
And then the red, her
And then the
classic.
red, which is, I think we were talking about this, like a relatively new color for me.
Yeah.
And then once I started wearing it, I was like, why didn't I wear red?
Yeah. You
all
look
the
at yourself and
time?
you're like, I look gorgeous.
Yeah, and I think it was my first award show. I don't know if you could find, who knows if I've taken it down, but I had on a red. I'm really
We'll
iffy
do
on
our
the
best
internet.
to go find it.
I wore a red Alexander McQueen pantsuit, and I won my first award, the HCA Awards. And I saw all those pictures, and I was like, I am eating in this red suit. I bought it with my own money. This was before I knew a stylist and all of that stuff, how that worked out. This is a whole new thing I had to learn about being in Hollywood, the styling and all of those things and events. But I bought that suit with my own money before I was even really making any. And now I just love red. I love how it feels. I love how the entrance,
Yeah.
You
have no choice but to stand out.
Yeah,
So
so
I
I look
always-
on everybody. So you are frequently, except for today. the only person wearing it. You know what I mean?
Now we're gonna move on to your episode theme, which is leaning into all of your gifts, because you are a multifaceted, multi-talented
A gift and a
woman.
curse.
But a gift nonetheless.
Yes.
So first up, we want to get into Ava Coleman a little bit. So what has playing the role of Ava Coleman meant to you? And are there any things you learned from that character that you take into your life?
Oh man, she's so confident.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how people have always described me. It's how I would have described me. I keep talking about the pandemic, but I think it's so important. That's how I would have described me before the pandemic. Coming out of the pandemic, I was not as confident as I, not just physically, just like, what is happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was such a weird
It's like you
time.
forgot how to life.
I forgot how to life. Exactly.
I completely, like, going out, just doing stuff. Yeah.
Am I a bad bitch? Like, I couldn't.
No, I feel like 2021 was such a, like, you gotta work this muscle again.
It's a lot of, like, you know how they say, smile and it makes your brain think that you're happy type thing. It's like, pretend to be a bad bitch and then you eventually remember that you are type shit. And that's what Ava has done for me. Like, giving me my confidence back, giving me my interest in fashion back. Like, I was really like, this isn't important. Like, I'm just making money, just blessed to be here.
Yeah.
You
Which
know?
has never been you.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
like,
so that's what she has done for me. And then as the show goes on, the writers are putting so much more of my personality in. I'm like, where does it end? And but it's been what a dream to play.
I mentioned this to you earlier. You said, I don't have goals. I really just keep myself open to whatever comes my way, and I do my best.
Yeah.
Do you have a vision for, like, the next couple of years? Because I feel like your career so far has been so much of, like,
everything.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. You want?
Yeah. Matter of fact, Quinta just actually told me recently to make some goals. I know there's goal bitches out here, and y'all do the vision boards, and I admire it. Every New Year's Eve, they cutting in with glue stick.
Yeah.
I never really.
And then there's us, just flying by the seat of our pants.
And I actually made a vision board with my best friend. Just recently asked me if I looked at it. I haven't even looked at it, but maybe just the making of it.
Yeah.
But I really do like to just keep myself open. And I always feel like everything you do lends itself to the next thing you do. I've had so many jobs, as many people in New York have just to survive. I'm waitress, I'm fashion, I'm hairdressing, I'm hosting. I used to cook, private chef, like all kind of things. And then you get a role where you got to act like a private chef, and you're like, oh, I've done this before. Oh, you need to all of a sudden know how to look good all the time. Oh, I used to work in fashion, So I just keep myself open. If I don't feel like I'm learning anything, I'm out of there. Like, that's my goal, to just continue to learn, experience. I'm gonna see this vision board bitches, and then experience bitches. I'm gonna experience. I just want to experience.
Just do the thing.
I'm not scared of failure, because I never do.
Oh.
And or if I do, I wipe it from my mind immediately.
Yeah.
Never happens. That's how.
Do things scare you that come your way, and you just do them anyway, or do you try to?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
How do you push through that?
I'm probably a little nervous now.
Girl.
The internet is.
Wild
West.
We don't play that over here.
Why she got that boots on? Whatever. I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
But that's also just not how I live life.
Yeah. It's also part of the experience.
Coleman. No, why would I be scared? Yeah, it's another experience.
Yeah.
Just recently I did I haven't done stand-up. I'm a comedian. I come from a stand-up background, and I haven't done stand-up much since the show started. I don't have time, and I got asked to do a show with Seth Rogen and like Snoop Dogg and all these people. I'm the only woman, and it's 17,000 people.
Oh.
Yeah, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Did I kill it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say no because I was nervous? No.
Yeah.
And so you just got to do it. Like, I'm one of those people, I really feel, I don't know if this is good or bad. I've always felt life, I feel time.
Yeah.
I know our time is short.
Which makes you want to do, I want to do all the
Let's do
things.
it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And I say it's a curse because sometimes you don't focus, and maybe I won't be Beyonce. Never will I be. I don't have that. Ain't no maybe about it. This bitch is working hard.
Maybe I won't be Beyonce.
I don't want to work that hard. So that's why I won't, get there. But I want to do everything. I do. So I'll just continue. And keep yourself open, and the opportunities come. I never chase anything.
You attract. Because you also got to do the scared things. And then the other thing, right? Everything is connected.
People are there. You never know who. That's the same thing. Dressing up at the airport. You never know who watching. You never know who you meet. Just met Lin-Manuel. You know, I don't ever assume anyone knows who I am.
Yeah.
Meet him. He's like, I know who you are. I'm like, I'll be in your next thing. You know, I'll send you a tape. He's like, you don't got to audition no more. I'll watch you on Abbott. That kept me open. I didn't know how to act. This is my first, TV role.
Wild.
When I'm gonna be like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
Same principles.
I'll do it, and I'm also willing to learn. I'm lucky enough to be in an ensemble with people who have been in the business forever. I watch, I learn. I'm learning so much on this show, directing.
But being open to learning is a huge thing too.
It is, I feel like I sound egotistical when I talk about myself, but it's not ego. I'm very open to learning.
Yeah.
And saying, I don't know. Can you tell me?
Yeah.
Can you show me? Oh, you're a master of your craft?
Yeah.
I want to learn from you.
But you also know if you try, you'll figure it out.
I will figure it out.
Yeah. Time for another segment. And this is
sponsored by us. You don't be giving it. No.
We're working on it.
Okay. Word.
Okay, so this is called, there you go. I'm sure you're thirsty. This is called
My favorite water.
This is called what comes to mind. So I'm just going to say a word, phrase, name.
Okay.
And you just tell me what comes to mind. We don't want you thinking long and hard about it. I feel like this is a great game for you, but I'm a little scared. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Beyonce.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Saw Beyonce for the first time. Always been a fan. Don't come for me. But just
for Renaissance?
For Renaissance. And I always say, there's Beyonce haters, which I don't understand.
If you're a hate, to me, it is a flaw. It is a character flaw.
I've never been a hater. I will say that. I just don't understand. But seeing her, I was a little bit of a hater. I said, oh, this is what it is. She's so wonderful.
Yeah.
It makes you I ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
And people who can't recognize that and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Hate Beyonce.
Yeah.
She's doing I was overwhelmed with the perfection.
Yeah. Where you I was like, I don't even know where to look.
Yeah.
Know what to feel.
She ain't took a breath. She ain't sweat a sweat.
My legs hurt. I'm just standing in the audience.
I know you got twins, bitch. Why you look like that? I had a process after, and it made me go home, re-listen to her albums through headphones.
Yeah.
I've always called myself a music person, but I hadn't closely listened to Beyonce. The things she's doing, her voice. Please. That was a lot of words. But
that's okay. We'll accept it from you. Next up, Shirley Ralph.
Diva. First of all, to find myself in this role and in this ensemble took a minute. And then it took me a minute to just boop, that is Shirley Ralph.
Hello.
Not only in our head, Shirley Ralph is fabulous. Again, another person who was doing the perfection of, and really, for me, being oh, what a blessing for me to be next to somebody who has been doing this for this long. How many lessons to be learned? First of all, I'm crossing my legs. Cheryl probably did that to me. I didn't have this lady actually, I'm messing up. If she was here, she'd tell me up here.
She's like a queen to me.
You know what I mean?
She is just beauty, she is grace.
Many times we're doing a photo shoot and somebody will be taking video and I'll look at the video later. Cheryl has done.
She's hyper aware. She's
9 poses.
I feel you.
I'm still trying to tuck my shirt in. I'm getting a drink, and so, not that I'm gonna stop being, but it's amazing to watch. Oh, that's a real Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I was just telling my publicist, she always has the correct thing to say.
So
she got
eloquent.
a sound bite for everything. You had said Beyonce, she would have had the one word that was perfect, icon or whatever. You know what I mean? But and that's not who I am, but I love to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of words. I talk too much. I don't got a one word answer for nothing.
New York City.
Oh.
She has sounds. We should call this sound effect.
Inspirational.
I was gonna say,
Also, exhausting. Now that I live in LA, I come back here and I'm like, oh man, that was really some young girl energy I had to keep it moving here, because it's just the energy of it all.
Yeah.
Is very exhausting, but what a feast for the brain.
Absolutely. And I have to take my brain home.
Around. Last time I came here, I walked from 49th. I walked up to 96, you know, where
well.
else could you do it? And you see everybody, you see the fashions, you see the store. It's such a place to just like walk around and just intake.
Consume. Yeah.
Yeah.
The red carpet.
Ugh.
The sound.
A learning experience. A learning experience.
Yeah.
I was so awkward when I first started it.
It is an awkward thing.
Again, but I think also this is never anything I pursued. It's not anything that I ever saw for myself. And that's not like, oh, low self-esteem. It just wasn't in my, I was never like, oh, I'm going to be on TV and I'm going to walk a red carpet one day. I just never, fame, being an act, none of these things are anything that ever crossed my mind.
So you actually have to like work on the red carpet.
Yeah, another Cheryl learning moment.
Yeah.
Boom. Shoulders back. What she said, breast out. I'm on the carpet like. Now, is that cute in motion? Yes, but the pictures look crazy.
Yeah.
I'm
and you're
always
like, why is there no
sweaty.
good picture of me?
I'm always sweaty because I'm talking to the paparazzi. I'm just
having an actual good time.
Yeah,
That's
this shit ain't a good time.
That's something I had to learn.
That's sad. Sorry, my pictures gonna still be looking. I don't want to work.
That's something I had to learn. That's because like Fashion Week is very similar. Like street style, you want to be hanging out and talking, but then it's like I have friends like that are very like someone's taking our picture, and I'm like,
that shit's weird, man.
Like, and then I see the picture, my mouth is open, I'm laughing hell hard.
I think we had that conversation. We were taking a picture together, and I was like, "Are you doing model face or are you smiling?" Because every picture I'm cheesing.
I know.
You know, I'm happy to be there, or at least trying to convince myself that I am. So I'm smiling. Everybody's doing model face, and I think I look so angry.
We're like,
model face.
I didn't get the memo that we were.
Even the memo, I feel like I think I look too serious when I see it. I look like I'm upset to be there, so I'm always cheesing. But then cheesing ain't fashion. Fashion is hunger and maddening.
I know.
You know,
I know.
So I'm working on it.
Somebody once told me I smile too much.
Fuck out of here.
I know.
You got the cute dad too, and all. Whatever, please.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. Okay.
Very New York. Fuck out of here.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. It's surreal.
That's a good one.
Surreal. I always say I leave the lot. We shoot on a lot. I drive to my house. I get in the house. I still feel like I'm on a lot. That's Hollywood. Like you never leave. It's like the Truman Show. You never.
I love it.
Especially with fame. You never leave the set.
Wow. Next one. Last one. Tyler James.
Oh, that's my baby.
I knew this was gonna be the reaction.
I was just listening to his freestyle. Y'all check out Sway in the morning. Tyler on there talking about. Oh, anyway. That's my baby. We're both Libras. We're so much alike. And he's been like my sensei, my Obi-Wan, as far as this fame journey, because again, he's been doing it for so long. And because we have similar temperaments and outlooks, like he also is very much like, I'm the same way. We work, we go home.
Yeah.
Like my life isn't fame and going and being seen. And maybe, you know, I should do that more but I need to know why. What am I getting out of it to do it? I just don't want to be out just to be out. And he's the same way. And just how to move as a famous person, like it's a real like learning experience. I can't go to Target no more. Like get out of Target. Wow. I mean, I remember after our first season, it took me like 2 seasons to realize I was like famous. I was like, no, I'll be in the streets. Like I'm from New York. We be in the streets. Like you don't tell me where to go, you know. And I was in Target.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I was in Target and all I heard was, I got to hug you. And a man came up behind me. I didn't even look around because I was like, he's not talking to me. You know what I mean? Let me pick out my towels. And
that's nuts.
Came from behind and hugged me off the floor, and it scared the shit out of me.
That is so scary.
And I remember I went to Tyler. I said, I'm in Target and this man picked me up off the ground to hug me. He said, what the hell are you doing at Target?
First of all,
I was like, I can't go to Target. He's like, no, bitch, you famous.
You better do a drive pickup.
I'm like, that blew my mind. And so, yeah, any business questions, I
love that.
Any life question, and he's younger than me, but he just knows the business.
Yeah.
And he's so steady and cool. That's my man.
I love that.
That's not my man, but that's my man.
It's your boy.
That's my boy.
Okay, really quick, we're gonna do some questions from the queens.
Okay.
They were so excited. They literally so excited. This is a fill in the blank one. I think this is good. My look is incomplete unless I wear blank.
My look is incomplete. Eyeliner.
Period.
I need to look awake. That's what it gives me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
That's a good one.
A little wing, did something.
Love that one.
Yeah.
What is one word you would use to describe your style in your 20s?
Ooh. Doing the most. It's not one word. Doing the most. Ostrich boots, matrix
All
leather
the things.
coat, crop top.
it.
I'm skinny. That's the time to do it. That's the time to do it. You know, that whole thing is that a good outfit or is she skinny? That was me. I'm out here starving but looking amazing. So yeah, doing the most.
I love it.
Everything.
This is a good one. Did she have to advocate for hair in her contract? Because it is always laid every episode. And people hear a lot about just like people having a hard time on sets with hair.
Advocate, but you know, I'm lucky enough. We have the creator of the show is a black woman from Philly. She had very clear vision of what Ava's hair is. You know, me changing my hair all the time, and I mean, I again have input. Like this week, I want it to be this way. Oh, I think if she's going to this function, she's gonna have a bust down.
Yeah.
Like for the scene where I'm dancing to back that ass up, I was like, I need that shit flowing. You know what I mean? Like so. Again, I'm lucky enough to have a say.
Yeah.
As the seasons go on, the budget goes up, the lace gets more invisible. Clock it, but you can't. So yeah, it's been
Such a treat.
Yeah,
such a treat. I love that. Okay, now time for name a time win. Just a little reflection. Name a time win.
Okay.
So this is how we wrap up every episode.
Okay.
You're just gonna reflect a little. You know, really get in here. You ready?
Don't make me go in there. No, I don't wanna.
Name a time when you recently felt inspired.
Ooh, inspired. I mean, every time I watch Quinta winning an award, every time I see Quinta move around the set, every time I see, you know, some white man saying something to her and she's like, yeah, but what we really gonna do is, I love it. I'm like, you better tell them this your vision.
That.
And yeah, she's so together, like the amount of responsibility. I'm exhausted just doing my little part.
Yeah.
The amount of responsibility that she has for herself and then us. She's employing so many people. That's a weight.
Yeah. Carrying a lot.
The show shut down, so many people lose but she does it and still look fly, nice, a nice person. Not what is it? Not nice and kind.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like inspirational.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, look at you. It's easy. You're getting in there. Name a time when you laughed so hard it made your stomach hurt.
Oh man, every day I spend with my best friend Hadia. We get smoked out, look at the view.
The view.
And talk about, we both started comedy here in New York like 11 years ago. We talk about when we were so poor, like just going to the Popeyes. We used to be doing foot races in the middle of the street like crackheads, like just broke people's studies. And then we wrote flags like, oh my God, look where we are now.
Yeah.
She's doing well, I'm doing well. And we just laugh. Yeah.
Oh, I look, girl, you all up in there. Okay, last one.
Soft.
Last one.
I'm realizing.
Name a time when you felt you truly had arrived. Besides that time in Target.
Ooh. Ooh. Arrived. I mean, there's been many instances of that in my career. Not just for this show, but for stand-up. I remember Chris Rock calling me like on New Year's Eve to ask him to tour with him and getting, you know, I always talk about comedy because I didn't come up through the acting gauntlet, but comedy is its own trenches.
Yeah.
Even more male dominated than acting is, because there's always female roles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Comedy, you see them top 10 lists, is all men and Amy Schumer. All men for years, for decades. And nobody thinks a second thought about it. Yeah. And so sometimes I'll see some people, who's your top 5? And I'll be in there. Like that's such a big deal for me to have the greats, the great comics say, you the real deal. You're super funny. To have men, first of all, admit that you're funny is to give you a basic compliment is a big deal. To then say you're funny, you might be on par with me. I've arrived. Yeah. As far as this show, every day. Yeah. Every day I've arrived. Yeah.
Like you said, it's such a treat. Like it really, it seems like a wonderful place to do work.
Every day I'm like, wow. Yeah. So that's cool. That's a goal.
Yeah.
I want to live where every day is like, wow.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great way to end the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
What can we plug? Where can everyone watch Abbott Elementary?
Abbott, ABC,
Yeah,
Hulu the next day.
There we go.
Probably Telemundo. We everywhere.
Anything else coming up?
I'm doing a new special on Netflix. It's going to be out in 2025, but you'll see me when I'm promoting that. Getting back on the stand-up stage. Stop being scared.
I'm excited.
And another thing I try to avoid is like, what else are you working on? What you mean else?
I'm doing a lot.
I'm doing a lot. So you'll know when you see it.
And make sure you follow her across all the platforms, especially on Instagram. You keep up with all the things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye. You did amazing.
I hired them to follow.